Being obsessed with learning, I like to go all the way back to find the original source, who wrote something, who composed something, what was the artist thinking before he painted something or she sculpted something. That gives me a richer, deeper understanding as to why they did it. And it helps me appreciate the art or the prayer or the song better. So in recovery nowadays, most groups don't allow people to say the Our Father. They're worried about triggering or offending people who don't believe in God. And I get it. That's a different program that I never name because I want people to find meetings if that's what they want. And those are the best friends I've had. I've been friends with people for over 20 years. I can count on them no matter what. We have a special brand of thinking. And when it gets off, it's good to call a friend and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. So awesome people. I love them. But I get a little frustrated when someone who's new comes in demanding that we change things to suit them as they're dying from alcoholism. I had a sponsor years ago. Her name was Donna Grant, and I can say her name because she's passed away. She helped a lot of people, and rest in peace. What a beautiful soul. But when I would push back on assignment or homework or not doing something I wanted to do or that she was telling me to do, I was like, no, I don't. And she said, are you working your program or the program? And I would say, fair enough. I'll do what I'm told. So in most meetings around the world, when this program sprung up, people would end the meeting holding hands and saying the Our Father. And then when COVID happened, there was a lot of people who weren't even holding hands. Fair enough. But now the trend seems to be, well, we're not going to say the Our Father. And I'm like, okay, but why not? Well, because it's not inclusive. And so what they do say is the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's great. You can say it anytime when you're in the car, when you're showering, when you're frustrated with something. It's a beautiful prayer. But I like to point out the origin of the full prayer. And I'm going to read it for you here. This was written by Reinhold Niebuhr, and he lived from 1892 to 1971. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as the pathway to peace, taking as he did the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next. Amen. And this gentleman was a Lutheran pastor and theologian. So I just think it's kind of funny that, no, we're not going to say that. We're not going to say the Lord's Prayer, but let's close with this prayer. It's still a Christian, historically rooted prayer. I mean, the whole thing is submitting to a higher power who can save our lives. It's not about demanding things be our way. We did that. A lot of us did that, and it didn't work. So this is your historical PSA. The original Serenity Prayer is based in Christianity, written by a theologian. And I'm so glad he wrote it because it's brought me a ton of peace. See you next time.